Hey everyone, some new information that just came out, actually didn't just come out, but it's very interesting to me. So there's all these Hillary death count tallies out there about the number of people over the years who have mysteriously died or randomly died or just died at very opportune moments, and that has happened once again. So she is the luckiest person ever in the world. So John Ashe is the former UN head person, and he was involved with a Chinese billionaire who was bribing him and bribing lots of people. And there's lots of bribes with this guy. He is like, that's how he gets stuff done. He bribed the UN guy for a building, a real estate development project in Macau. And that was pretty much documented. Other people involved in that scandal have already confessed, already made plea deals. So it's not like they didn't know that it happened. It definitely happened. So, here's a guy who has been working out for his whole life, and he somehow manages to mysteriously forget all of the training he's had his entire life of working out, and he lifts a barbell unsupervised with no spotter, and whoops, crushes his larynx and asphyxiates himself. How many people think that's a likely scenario? Me either. I don't think it's a likely scenario either. I think maybe something doesn't smell right in Denmark. I don't know. So he didn't have a spotter, and it crushed his larynx. He dropped a barbell on his neck. He dropped a barbell on his neck, right? It says, did he die or go on a permanent vacation to the Caribbean? Well, okay, so technically, if he had testified and then died, I would have said maybe he was on a beach in the Caribbean somewhere. That would be likely, but he died the day before he testified. So, I keep telling you that there's like 5-6 things dropping that could end up making Bernie the nominee. This was one of them, and he died. How interesting is that? He died. He died very fortuitously before testifying. And what was interesting is the billionaire is also on house arrest, and he's been very worried, and he was pushing for a speedy trial. And all of a sudden he was like, no, it's okay. I guess we don't have to do a speedy trial. It's being handled. So it's being handled. He had it handled, right? So that makes 46 suspect deaths tied to Hillary, Judy. Oh, Judy, thank you for getting me the right number. So anyway, I'm going to say hi to you guys really quick here. Hold on. Hello, Pamela. Hello, Roman. Hello, Randolph. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Judy. Hello, David. Hello, Jill. I don't know how Hillary's still in this race either. And then everybody's getting all fired up and getting butthurt that when Bernie was asked, point blank, if it comes down to Trump and Hillary in November, who are you going to vote for? And he said, in all likelihood, Hillary. That was only if it's Hillary versus Trump. However, he didn't, I wish he would have said, if she's the nominee, if she's still in the race. But, they've been putting a lot of pressure on him to not do that. And I think that that's something that's not making us happy. We really want him to say, look, did you see what they just did with the platform? I'm calling my friend on the platform committee, and I'm like, you have to tell me what happened with the TPP. How is it that they could not say on the Democratic platform that we are against the TPP? Here's why. So apparently, rumor has it, Hillary worked a lot on the Trans-Pacific Partnership and is instrumental in it, and is only now coming out saying, no, I don't like the way that it's worded. I don't think it's good. But my question is, why would the Democratic Party not just denounce it, like flat out denounce it? Because It is so, so bad. I was talking to Jeff Epstein, who is my partner in crime on the Citizens Media Brigade, and he was telling me all about it. And it is crazy stuff, people. Like, really not good. Like, a foreign corporation can sue you for saying something that damages their bottom line, despite the fact that our Constitution says we have the right to free speech. So it pretty much ends internet free speech. You can speak out loud, but if somebody records it and puts it on the internet, you're now liable for the global repercussions of your words. That I have a problem with. That is not okay. So the platforms, Elizabeth, you are not alone about being confused. The planks and the platforms, and this was my first year figuring out what the heck planks and platforms were while we were trying to get the DC citizens, DC statehood plank to be accepted on the platforms. So it's a really interesting thing. So the TPP, they refused to say no. They said there's a variety of views. There's not a variety of views. Anyone who actually read it said that ain't going to work for American citizens. So if they didn't read it, then they might have another view, but that view should be confusion, not support. So why is that? Why? So I cannot denounce Walmart on Black Friday because of TPP. Randolph, you could not denounce Walmart on Black Friday because that would affect corporate profits. I just need, let's see, Bernie has a plan. He must stay in Dem all the way now. Bernie has to go along with the party until he gets nominated, or if she gets indicted, he moved up. Yes, Hillary will never get indicted, right? Donna, don't say things like that. We can all hope that justice will be served. And here's the thing. It's just, if her husband can be indicted for lying about a blowjob, I think that the list of things that she is accused of, including have a private email server, unsecured, hackable, told that it was hacked 6 months in and still left it unsecured for the rest of her tenure as Secretary of State, that alone is way worse than a blowjob and deserves an indictment. So let's see. Actually, there are a variety of views. Not good for the factories in other lands. Okay, hold on, Christopher. I need to see the rest of your thing. Affects their pockets, cans the biz friends. Could not understand a word of that. But somebody please explain. Can you please discuss how the election will be affected if Bernie goes independent and any deadlines for joining a third party? Gil? I don't know. I think all the deadlines are passed. I think that the Green Party already has a ticket, so he would have to join the Green Party, but they're not in 50 states, so that's an issue. Going independent, I believe that the deadlines have passed in a number of states, so I don't know, but we're going to have to figure it out. Dems are leaving her in droves, and supers are now looking over at Bernie. This is the plan. This would be a good plan. Did you guys all see? I posted the coolest. I made a postcard to send to all the supers with also a downloadable list of all the supers and their addresses and everything like that. So we can still try and affect change. But the other piece of this is, again, we have to support every single Bernie crowd. And I mean, like, I will vote for a Bernie or bust over somebody else all the way down every single city, state, local, everything. We need to take over from the inside out. So let's see. He can with 47 states on the Green Party. Is the Green Party in 47 states now? Because they were in 21 the last time I looked. I'm so excited. That was plan B. Get them in all 50 states. So that would be super, super cool. So the votes still being counted in California last night. Clinton's lead of 13% has shrunk to only 8.7%. Okay, let's talk about that, Robert. So if you look at the hand-counted votes, the percentage of hand-counted votes. So Bernie is winning the hand-counted votes. So that's all the provisionals, all of the ones that were turned in on the day, all the mail-ins, all of that, which is still a good swath of people, right? All of those, he is winning at, I think it was 54%. So the statisticians at Stanford, along with a bunch of other statisticians, said there's no physical way, there's no statistically viable way that he could have lost at the rate that they said that he lost with the electronic voting when you look at the hand-counted voting. That those two should be similar because they're similar amounts of people. It should be similar percentages, and it's not, which is really interesting. So what did you say? It seems like Bernie is all in on the FBI primary. Oh, yeah, if the FBI would do that. But they're doing some other things. Will all the states that are abolishing superdelegates affect the superdelegate plan? Possibly. So some of the superdelegates are switching over. They've heard us loud and clear because we've really been loud and very clear, I think. What bothers me, here's what bothers me, is the polls that they're running now is in a head-to-head race, Hillary versus Trump. Hillary is now polling ahead, according to Reuters. And that is ridiculous to me. Ridiculous. Putin. How many people? Raise your hands by a show of hands. Actually, by a show of likes. Can you give me some responses? By a show of likes or hates. How many of you like Putin? Right? Okay, or maybe not like him, but understand him, right? We all understand him. And he is a narcissist, much like Trump. He tried to take over the Crimea. He did a bunch of shitty stuff. However, he is the one who said, if it's Hillary, it's war. He is the one who is saying that she is the warmonger. Trump is the negotiator. Trump is the one who just wants to build a monument to his ego. Trump is the one who wants to build bridges. Trump is the one who wants to build schools instead of bombs. Trump is the one who wants to put all of that work back into America rather than on foreign soil. Putin loves Trump because he's like, we're going to have a nice little relationship and I'm not going to have to worry about America bombing me for the next 4 years. So Putin likes Trump. So there we go. Bernie doesn't want to go to war. Trump doesn't want to go to war. And the Bush guy, wait, who is he? He's what's his name? He is, what is his name? So the guy who was the intelligence officer under Bush and under somebody else just endorsed Hillary as being a better conservative. Well, no, he said she was better prepared, which I think is interesting. It's not safe to be her friend since so many die fortuitously. Yes, they do. Let's see. Mimi, how are things going in OC? You guys are all done counting, right? I thought your list got really done like the quickest out of everybody and the best. So thank you for that. Let's see. I don't think so, but we can write him in that many states and he has time to set up within 30 after the convention. That isn't correct about the Green Party. It's more like 25 states. That's what I thought. I thought it was 21. Superdelegate ban is for the next presidential run. Okay, so not for this one. WikiLeaks might force the FBI's hand. Okay, I have the insurance file. Have you guys all downloaded the insurance file? I have a brute force crack going on it that's like taken for freaking ever. When are they going to drop? Have they dropped it? That's what I want to know. Come on, WikiLeaks. They said they were going to do it, and then they didn't do it, and I'm like seriously going after Julian on this. Like, come on. They're doing the TTIP chapters, which is really scary. If you have not been on WikiLeaks and read exactly what the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership is, if you don't understand what the Trans-Pacific Partnership is and the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership, you need to go read these things. It is scary, scary stuff. Maybe write a statement so that we can like it. Okay, I can do that, maybe. Do not like, but he's right about what is going on. He's right. Let's see. Putin plays games. Yes, he does. Looks like Bernie won't even be allowed to speak in the convention. Are you kidding? Oh, then you know what we're going to do? Okay. So we're setting up with Citizens Media Brigade, we're setting up the ability to like live stream everything. Then he will speak outside and he will speak for hundreds of thousands of people and we will live stream it to millions of people. And I don't care if he doesn't speak inside, he's going to speak outside and he's going to change the world and the entire world is going to be watching. And inside they're going to be like, we have to protect our little fiefdom. This is our power base. This is our thing. We're not going to give it up. And then, they're going to lose everything at some point. I don't think they understand what's happening. They don't. I swear it's like Obi-Wan, right? Here's what they could have done. If they were smart, they could have said, okay, Hills, it's not going to work. Bernie, we're going to have to let Bernie have this one. Because otherwise, what happened, because then they could have controlled the House and the Senate and still had all of their Democrats in there and not filled up the entire lineup with Bernie-crats. Because see, Bernie-crats will carry on that torch forever. And 7,000 Bernie-crats just said, I'm going to go run for office. So they don't even know who all those people are necessarily, but those people are going to go run for office, and they are progressives, and they are not going to take the shit. And we are tired, and we are not going to stand for it anymore. Let's see. They still have 50,000 more in Orange County, and very slew. San Francisco, San Diego, Santa Cruz, and soon Orange County flip back to Bernie. He will win. There are also recorded video proof that actual electronic votes recorded Hill when they plugged in Bernie. Show me that, Mimi. I need that video. I must have that video. If you have electronic proof, recorded video proof, please send it to me. Direct message me with that, because I want to do a whole show on that. If I may refine, she's not a hawk, but a killer hawk. The neocons are getting on board with Clinton because they've always been neocons. Yes, I know. David Koch helped start her presidential campaign if you believe Guccifer 2. I do believe Guccifer 2. You know, I'm much more friendly with hackers than most people. And yeah, the DNC, they picked her. They knew who it was going to be her. They planned ahead. They didn't expect Bernie to surge like he did. And then when he did, they didn't leave it fair. They basically said, nope, we already put all our eggs in one basket, and we're going to keep that basket. Still counting an OC. Let's see. No, he will. He said he was the other night. Okay. Was that speech in New York, like, awesome? I swear, I know I made a video about this before, but seriously, that body language before, from the week before, when he was like, he was contemplating something, he was thinking about something, he was doing something, but he was being pressured, really, really pressured. Everybody that I talked to was like, he's going to drop out, he's going to endorse Hillary, he's going to do this, he's going to do this, and all I kept thinking was, no, he's not. Have you met the man? No, he's not. No, he's not going to do that. 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 Because he's not beholden to the DNC. He's beholden to the multiple millions, the tens of millions of us who have been supporting him. He is beholden to us. His whole campaign is about us. It's not about the DNC. It's never been about the DNC. It's never been about him. It's never been about the Democrats. It's always been about us, we the people. And we the people are telling him, all the way to convention. We want you all the way at convention. We want you at convention. We actually want you as president, but we want you to go as far as physically possible, all the way, no dropping out until every last ounce of concessions that we can squeeze out of them that we have. And they're not giving them to us, okay? Not putting a ban on the TPP in the platform, that's huge. You heard that in his speech the other night. That was a big one. If they don't put in there that we want to abolish fracking, that's going to be another big one. And I guarantee you there is going to be a fight on the floor over this platform. It is going to be a huge fight. And what's awesome, though, is most of the Hillary supporters that I know, most of the delegates that I know, they are totally with us on this. And they're like, why do you have fracking in there? Why do you have TPP in there? Like, why wouldn't you have sensible things in there? So I really think we're going to be able to get the platform wins in, I say bipartisan, but, you know, with Bernie and Hillary's support with the delegates. The delegates, see, that's the key. The delegates, our Citizens Media Brigade, we have delegates from Hillary, from Bernie, from Trump. I just didn't take any Cruz delegates because they were a little over the top. Yeah, Bernie should go on a world tour. Wouldn't that be awesome? The Bernie tour. Inspiring America. That would be awesome. Have him speak outside the convention. Yes, that's what I think. They've never seen it before. So, you know, that sit-in the other night, people were like, isn't that awful that they did that? Isn't that like, stealing his idea? And I thought it was stealing his idea. And the guy who started it marched with Martin Luther King Jr. So I guess it's not a stealing Bernie idea, but, you know, they never would have had the gumption to do that otherwise. Oh, thank you, Chris. You guys are the best. Really, I love that you guys tune in and you watch, and please share into all the Brenna groups. Please, please, please. If we want to keep our voices heard, we need to get the most shares, the most likes, the most views, because then Facebook will say, hey, okay, this is an important topic. We need to share this more. That's the key. That's how we are going to get our message out. That is how we are going to stay powerful. And that is how we are going to stay on top of the media and be able to correct the mainstream media. Ooh, speaking of the mainstream media, did you hear? The tweet that started it all, that he finally deleted the tweet, but then he doubled down and had Roberta on his show. His show got canceled. His wife is friends with one of my friends, so I don't want to be mean, but I really was upset that he doubled down and had Roberta go on the show and lie. It made me really upset because I'm like, you just said that there were chairs thrown. I literally, when you're saying that bottles were thrown and chairs were thrown, I'm showing video of the entire front of the room, and there are no chairs and no bottles being thrown. There were no chairs thrown. There was a chair lifted, but there were no chairs thrown. When are they going to get that? I just don't understand. But, no, Christopher, she has to be indicted someday. Someday she has to be indicted. When are they going to post these numbers? I don't know. FBI wants to wait until the general and help GOP, hoping WikiLeaks forces them to go early. Yes, well, the testimony of John Ashe was supposed to help too, and he mysteriously died. He conveniently died and had his testimony. So the billionaire guy bribes everybody. He has a history of bribing. That's how he gets his business done. And part of that testimony was going to be, who else did he bribe and for what? And that evidence needed to be introduced as evidence. And now that won't be. So my question is, did they record the pre-interviews? And our Constitution says that you have to have the right to cross-examine. However, he was supposed to testify tomorrow and he mysteriously died. This is very common when you look at mafia hits and things like that, where, they get off because the witness dies or recants or whatever, but they die. So when they die, that's a problem, right? So here's all this evidence, and they know that it's true, and they already have two people who admitted, so they have it corroborated, but he didn't actually say it under oath, and therefore it's inadmissible. So I'm hoping, because he didn't do deathbed confession, right? That's a whole nother option. If it was a deathbed confession that somebody heard, and it's like the last thing that they're saying, then that is counted as true, and that is admissible. However, a barbell, the larynx, there's no talking after that. So I really don't know. Let's see. Bernie will never drop out. He will run independent if he has to. Oh, Bernadette, I hope so. I don't know if he will. He said, however, okay, so I want you guys, he chooses his words carefully. He said, I will do everything within my power. Running independent is within his power. So that is definitely something. So let's see. I feel like the DNC was like, haha, in your face. Oh, I know, Julie. Sometimes I keep thinking that. I'm like, well, they never planned on adopting a progressive platform. No, they never planned on it, but Hillary just said she's a progressive. So let's hold her to it, right? I think we need to be progressive. It was all for show. The fake sit-in. Was it a fake sit-in? I don't think it was fake. I know a few people who are actually sitting in, and they brought pillows and blankets and were passionate. They didn't expect to get what they wanted, however, but it was a televised tantrum. And they used Periscope, they used Facebook Live, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, the Citizens Media Brigade. This is the key to everything. Everything. We tune in because your videos are awesome. We are the media. Thank you, Randolph. You guys are awesome too. And these videos, the technology, I almost have it. I did a GoFundMe to fund this whole Citizens Media Brigade thing at the DNC, and we got not a single donation. So I'm not sure how we're going to manage it. We're trying to piece it together. But, the software to get everybody's phones to be able to have me be the anchor and then go to people randomly throughout the area and say, and now we're going to Julie, who's outside door number XYZ with so-and-so, and then go live to them and switch it like that. That's like $2,500. So we're trying to raise that and get that software so that we can have that, so that we can do all this so they cannot shut us down. That's the key. We don't want them to shut us down. Erica, I'm glad you make these videos. My husband is tired of all my Bernie talk, so it's nice to see someone so enthusiastic. And I wasn't. Let me tell you, I told you, I've been a declined estate for decades. Like, the only reason I am a Democrat is because I registered so that I could caucus for Bernie. That's it. That's the only reason that I'm a Democrat right now. So they don't own me, and they can't control me. And they've tried the carrot, they tried the stick, they tried the distraction, they tried everything else. And I'm like, I think the country should come first. I really do. I think it's time. So whose show got canceled? The Ralston Report, or Ralston Live. So John Ralston is a media person who tweeted that we were throwing chairs, and that was a problem. So let's see. You're welcome, Maddie. Thank you for watching. Died with barbells on his neck. Yes, he did. Hopefully they can still introduce his statements. I would say the fact that he was murdered, they can argue it, but case law is not on their side. It really isn't. So we'll see. If Obama was really wanted to powerfully endorse Clinton, he would have gone before the cameras and done so live, not used the weak tea of a pre-taped message. He told Bernie in their meeting to stay in because Hillary was going to be indicted, but to keep that confidential. You can take that to the bank. Awesome. Well, okay. I hate it when I can't say something. I have a vault that I can't say things. So let's see. I can't believe I didn't know about John Ashe. That's freaking scary. They already have like 25 dead people in their wake. Yes, they do. Bernie is playing the Dem thing until the DNC. I just checked the net and found out that John Ashe died on Wednesday. Yes, the day before he was supposed to testify, which is what's the interesting thing. Never forget Benghazi. Let's see. Yeah, thank you, Julie. Yes, please spread the word. It's really, really important. What is the GoFundMe link? I will tell you what the GoFundMe link is. It's called... it's a bit.ly link, so it's bit.ly. Where did I put it? Where is it? I have the Clinton superdelegates. Oh, nope. And then I have the submitting for Citizens Media. And I don't know. Okay, well, I will have to go look for that. And I will put that in there. So my kids are tired of my Bernie craziness too. Okay, it got to the point, and I'm sorry I left for like a week or so, but like I got sick of me too. Like, I don't like to talk to politics. I actually got divorced because my former husband watched Fox News all the time, and it was like all the time. And I was like, and this was when the girl was missing from Aruba. And I thought I would never forget her name because it was on like 24/7. And I just was like, I have to just stop. Like, the stress is just too much. And so I went and I was in LA for a week, and I pitched TV shows, which is what I actually do for a living. So let's see. Are we supposed to state our age to continue with our conversation? What? Christopher? I don't have a context for that. So you have to tell me what you mean by that. Just say it. We won't tell anyone, promise. You guys are so good. You share it everywhere. And these videos tend to go to like, hundreds of thousands of people. Let's try and make it millions. Can we spread this to like millions and millions of people? That would be super awesome. Put the link in here. I will. I can't figure out Bernie talking free education. How about I serve 6 years active duty Army? Why not join the military and get free education with the GI Bill? I think that is an excellent idea. So here's what I think about education. Because remember, I'm the queen of the Sensible Party. We are writing the platform for the Sensible Party. So the Sensible Party says that you have to do 2 years of community something, right? So you can either join the military or you can do community service or something that has to benefit the country if you want to have free college, or if you are in the top, 3.7 and above, that gets you your first 2 years of community college for free. And then if you're still in that top thing, then you can keep going. I think if you're smart and you're passionate, you should get to go to college for free. However, I think if you want to go to college for free and you don't have the grades, I think you should be able to work for it. I think that's absolutely easy. Okay, Benghazi is not a thing. Libya is a thing. The 11 hours of testimony launched Clinton's campaign. So, did we ever hear who gave the order to stand down in Benghazi? Just asking. It's my one question that I've been asking since it happened, and no one will give me a clear answer. And I mean, even my contacts will not give me a clear answer. The facial expressions are giving me the answer, but I don't have it verbally, and I don't have it in writing, and I can't prove it. So who gave the order? That's what I want to know. Who gave the order to stand down? And why? It's all I want to know. Single question, 2 questions. Who and why? That's it, right? All that testimony, all that other stuff, the fog of war. Things happen during the fog of war. Great, let's not have another war so we don't have any more fog so we can be all clear. How about that, right? How about that? Let's see. Okay, Sunday. I'm sorry, I just got home on 3 minutes ago. What happened to John Ashe? How did he die? To recap, he was supposed to testify in a U.S. District Court, and the day before he was supposed to testify, a man who has been working out his entire life accidentally forgot to have a spotter and dropped a barbell on his larynx and suffocated himself, because he just was careless like that. Really? Don't think that's what happened. So let's see. I'm a moderate, but I really have to agree with the Republicans on this next election. You have to agree with the Republicans that Trump is not good? The Republicans are not even sure about Trump yet. They're trying to find another candidate. They're still trying to oust him, which was really interesting because if you notice, Trump literally just gifted his campaign $50 million. That was a loan. He has now forgiven the loan and called it a gift. And I think, I have no proof, I have not been told. I believe that he did that in order to secure the GOP nomination without any shenanigans. Where they were like, look, if we don't make you the nominee, then they're going to owe him $50 million or something like that. I'm not exactly sure how that was going to work. But I think he did that to get them to calm down and understand. But this is what they don't get. Either that or it could be an implied threat. Think about it this way. So if Trump is now $50 million in as a gift with no hope of being paid back, is he going to ever not go to the mat to win? No. So that means if he's not the GOP nominee, he will go independent because he has already invested $50 million into this campaign. He's not ever going to just let that go. So I think the GOP gets that the certainty is Trump is going to be on the ballot in November, period. And it would behoove them for him to be on the ballot on their party. That's what I think. So let's see. Christopher, my husband was Air Force, totally understand, but nobody should have to put their life on the line to get an education. No, and I don't think you should have to put your life on the line. I think you should be able to do National Guard, although they ended up in Iraq, which was ridiculous, in Afghanistan. Let's see. He died lifting weights, barbell to the neck, yep. Natalie Holloway, thank you. I never thought I would forget her name, but I really did. Let's see. And that is true, Randolph. Not everybody can join the military. That's why I'm saying there should be other things that they can do. Some type of service. Just like in Switzerland and Israel, everybody has to serve 2 years, period. It doesn't have to be in a combat role, but everybody has to serve 2 years, period. 2 years, give to your country. There you go. Do it while you're young and you don't have that many bills. Let's see. Green Party is only on the ballot in 22 states, the majority of which do not have enough electoral college delegates, even if he wins every single one of them. Oh, that's terrible to make him president. In the Did You Know file, 43 states accept and count write-in votes, which is still horrible. This requirement is that the candidate must file registration 1 month before Election Day, which means that after the DNC convention, Bernie still has plenty of time to file his registration in 43 states. And with enough votes and enough of those 43 states won, yep, he can win the election without even being the nominee. Oh, the best and most logical vote is still a vote for Bernie, whether it's a write-in or a vote for him as an independent. Whichever he chooses to do after the convention, there's still plenty of time. Okay, good. Thank you. See, when you guys ask questions and I don't know, I will just ask you guys. Hang on 1 second. You know when I talk and I talk and I talk and I talk, and then my nose starts running. So we're gonna go get a tissue. Hang on. I'm in a hotel again. I don't know if you figured out, but I tend to talk to you guys when I'm traveling. Because I just do, because you guys are awesome. So I'm here judging a hackathon tomorrow. So a bunch of people are building code, which will be very, very cool. Let's see. POTUS gave the order to stand down. POTUS did? POTUS gave the order to stand down. On whose advice? That's what I want to know. Let's see. Military. Okay, hold on. A dishonorable. What? And Obama also gave the Special Ops Group a dishonorable discharge following the fact that they gave their lives to save American lives. What? Okay. I think I need to go watch the Benghazi movie again. Let's see. Coast Guard is great, Christopher. Okay. Yes. So the current UN guy said that John Ashe died of a heart attack in Dobbs Ferry. That is not true. He died of a barbell to the neck. I thought you usually do your talk shows with Shelby. I do, but I'm not with Shelby right now. I was just talking to her before I started talking to you guys. We have a show together called Stir It Up, and we're on a radio station that's like, you know, got huge wattage, but not a lot of listeners, and they're trying to syndicate us on, check it out, on Fox stations around the country, which I think is hysterical. I'm like, really? Fox is afraid of me. They don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what I'm going to say before I say it, so we'll see. Any info on Goosifer 2 at the hackathon? Who knows? Goosifer 2 might be at the hackathon. Where did the info originate regarding the manner of Ashe dying? So originally the UN guy said that he died of a heart attack, and that's what's like made the first round of news, but it was just revealed that he actually died of a barbell to the neck. So there we go. So there we go. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to leave it at that. Hey, Cosmos was on Fox. Cool. Okay. So you are welcome, Eve. Thank you, guys. Please share. Please give one more round of applause to support Bernie. And I will talk to you later as things develop. I will keep you posted and I will let you know. Okay, bye.